let's talk about another defense. Let's talk about another team. Let's talk about the U Part 2. For those that have not seen it, please go watch this 30 for 30 special on ESPN that talks about the U Part 2. But, Ty, what are your thoughts? What is your reaction to watching the U Part 2?
I mean, let me share a personal story to get this started. Growing up, didn't watch a lot of sports coming up. You know, with my mom, as I slowly transitioned to football, the pros. And then I started seeing, you know, didn't watch too much college, but some of my favorite players. I'm like, there seems to be a running trend with these players. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Antrell Roll, Santana Moss, Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne. What was that common trend? The U. They all went to Miami, and I proudly adopted Miami as my college football team till this day, even though they're down. They have that swagger. We talk about the second part. Go back and watch the first part if you can, but the second part was awesome.
You talking about swag? You talking about Swagger University? You talking about the school that invented swag? I mean, what more can you say about just watching that program? It seems that every time a scandal or something happens, it's always in Miami, and it's always so interesting. But there's a lot of different takeaways from there. Let me talk about Nevin Shapiro.
Oh, Nevin.
Let's talk about Nevin Shapiro and him ratting out Miami. But him doing it with this new age crime that was coming of age in 2000, with more so the white collar crime, and the NCAA trying to get the University of Miami. Using a convict to catch a university, it is treachery. It is perfidiousness from the Marvin's big word of the week right now. So when you look at that, it was just so incriminating that, oh, we're going to get you, but we're going to use the snake to get you. It was just so interesting. But in the piece, they talked about, could they have been a playoff team with that 2001 Hurricane squad? Could they have been a playoff team, Ty?
Again, you say that Duke can beat the 76ers, or that Kentucky can beat the 76ers.
Duke can too.
Okay, we'll throw Duke in the pot as well. Again, I say no. They're great, but what does the NFL have that you know these college players don't have? These NFL has grown man bodies. You know, when you take that next left, your lifting and conditioning changes, and you adapt to the league. I mean, if they can let up 24 points to Virginia Tech and 27 points to Florida State, what do you think a 14-2 St. Louis Rams team is going to do to Miami? What do you think even, I believe it was a 10-6 Oakland Raiders team when the Raiders were good? Even when the Raiders were good, what do you think they would do to a college team? Again, it's fun. We love to throw it out there, but to be honest, we need to squash this in the butt. A college team cannot beat a professional team.
You know what, Ty? I have to agree with you.
Yes.
I have to agree with you. A college team cannot be a professional team.
There's a butt coming.
Unless you're talking about the 2001 Hurricanes. That team had 17 first-round picks from that team, and they had talent on top of talent on top of talent. Ty, that is a talented team. 17 first-rounders from that team. Now, when you think about they have an outside shot. I just eliminated everybody. Carolina won 1-15, so we're not going to deal with them. Let's just go to the playoff teams. Would they beat a 14-2 Rams team? No. But could they beat an Oakland team that had Vinny Testaverde starting?
With
could they beat an Atlanta Falcons team? Could they beat a New Orleans Saints team that had Aaron Brooks as their starter? Or, Aaron Brooks as their starting quarterback?
Dorsey. Look at the quarterback. That's the most. The talent's there, yes, but the most important position in a football team is a quarterback. You think that Ken Dorsey can go and put it up there with the Kurt Warners of the world? Even the Bears went 13-3 that year, and they didn't have a good offense. But the league will confuse players. That's the reason why people win the Heisman for quarterback and NCAA, go to the pros, and don't have as much success.
Yeah. But they never played for this Hurricanes team. They never played for the 2001 Miami Hurricane. Ty, that has to be the best college football team I've ever
Absolutely.
seen.
Hands down.
I think they can.
Hands down.
I think they can get 8 wins, Ty. I believe they could get 8 wins, but
perhaps they could. Not saying it would be enough to make the playoffs, though. I gotta give another shout out to Devin Hester, though. He wasn't on the 2001 team, but
God.
another great pro game.